Hey, Mario Rodriguez here, and you're watching the review Sanctum, where everything and anything may be reviewed. And yes, today I'm talking about Thor Ragnarok. I finally got to see it in theaters. I'm so glad because there were always things in the way, and this movie's been out like the whole month of November. I didn't want to miss it. I just didn't want to wait to Redbox, okay? I wanted like the real movie theater experience, and I'm glad I got to see it because I think that with Star Wars coming out next week, they may actually replace Thor with Star Wars in my theater, so I'm glad I got to see it in time. So, what can I say? This review will be like very spoiler heavy because a lot of stuff happens and certain things are kind of hard to like it's hard to explain one thing without the other thing that causes it. So again, heavy spoilers if you guys didn't watch the movie yet. But I liked it. It was a very good movie. It was very, very entertaining. The bottom line plot was that Hela was unleashed and she's going to destroy all of Asgard and take over other realms unless Thor and Loki stop her. And throughout like them getting teleported over to Asgard on that Bifrost thing, Thor and Loki get separated. They kind of like crack through it or something. They're like lost in other worlds. And Thor gets lost on this planet. He gets captured and he's forced to fight in these like gladiator games where I guess you fight until you die. And he somehow has to escape this inescapable planet because while all this is going on, Hela's gonna, destroy stuff in Asgard. He has to get out of there and go there and stop her, And that's the whole plot, basically speaking. So, what can I say? The movie was a roller coaster. There's like so much to talk about, but I'm gonna try not to make it so long. But there's like so many things happen. Okay, it's like the whole movie was like it was a roller coaster from beginning to end. And every 20 or so minutes, there was some new situation that Thor had to get used to, So Thor was, like, the movie starts out with him being captured by this giant, like, burning fire demon called, like, Centaur, something like that. And he was going to bring he was going to actually bring Ragnarok, and Thor stopped him. And then, Thor goes back to Asgard. He finds out that Loki's impersonating Odin. He's like, okay, well, let's find the real Odin. They go to Earth. But actually kind of surprised. I didn't expect him to go to Earth at all during this movie because, the trailer sees all this outer space stuff. I did not expect him to actually go to Earth. But they go there for a bit. They run into Doctor Strange. And it's so weird because if you guys remember, like, the end of Ant-Man that had Captain America, Winter Soldier, and the Falcon. And Falcon's kind of like, yeah, I know a guy. And it was Ant-Man. And that scene actually was in the Civil War movie. The last thing, if you guys watched Doctor Strange, the end credits were also Thor talking to Doctor Strange, and that scene actually appears in this movie. So yeah, so Doctor Strange, funny little scene there, and he takes him to find Odin. Odin tells him what's going on, and of course the stuff happened when I told you that now Thor is stuck on this planet. Of course Hela actually destroys Mjolnir, or I'm gonna say Mew, destroys Mew. She just grabs it and just smashes it to pieces in her hand, and yeah, Thor's to get used to it. It's kind of funny later on when Thor's gonna fight. Thor's doing like this, and it's like, oh crap, no more hammer, and he has to get used to that. And yeah, they get him and they cut his hair and all that stuff. And of course, you guys seen the trailers. You already know that the big champion, the Grandmaster's favorite champion, is the Hulk, and it's just interesting because the Hulk was actually, it's like this movie explains what happens, okay? So basically, Thor, like after Age of Ultron, Thor was going through the other dimensions, the other realms, trying to find the Infinity Stones, and also trying to fight this Centaur guy. So that's why he was not there during Civil War. And then Hulk was like, since he flew off at the end of Age of Ultron, he was captured and taken to this planet. So Hulk was there for 2 whole years. Apparently 2 years have passed since Age of Ultron. I'm like, holy shit, 2 years? But yeah, 2 years have passed since Age of Ultron, and that's why Hulk was not seen in Civil War, because again, Hulk was, on this planet. And like, Hulk was like Hulk 24/7. He never turned back to Banner. He was Hulk the whole fucking time. He learned how to talk a bit more. He talks more, he reasons more, whatever, and he loves it there. People love him, people cheer for him, he's a champion, he doesn't want to go back, because people hate him on Earth and whatever. And I just like the whole scene. I like the guy, Mark Ruffalo, did a very good job playing a very confused Banner whenever he turns back to normal, because the thing is, like, it just boggles the mind, like he has no idea what he does as the Hulk. So, he basically woke up from a dream or something, so to speak. He just like woke up. It's like 2 years have passed. Like the first thing he says, like, oh my god, we gotta stop Ultron. Like, it's supposed to be okay. And like Thor's like, whoa, Banner, calm down. Ultron was like 2 years ago. So he lost 2 years of his life as the Hulk. So holy shit, you know, to adjust to that. That was just you know, wow. And Valkyrie was the one that captured Hulk, and no, not, I don't know about Hulk. No, maybe she did. Who knows? But Valkyrie was the one that captured Thor and brought him over and everything. And at first I was kind of worried because Valkyrie, well, of course, she looks very different from the comics. In the comics, she's like a long blonde girl and all that stuff. And of course, she's also an Asgardian. So I was kind of worried about that because when I saw her there, she was like basically working for the Grand Master. She was basically like the Grand Master's personal, I don't know, hunter, collector, I don't know. I guess she would gather the strong fighters and bring them over to him and stuff. So I was saying, oh man, don't ruin her role or whatever. But no, she actually was an Asgardian too. They revealed she was an Asgardian. I don't know how it works in the comics. In the comics, you know, there was this one girl that was named Valkyrie, but in this movie, there's apparently a whole bunch of Valkyries, and all of them died in the battle against Hela the first time she was out and about. And this girl, Valkyrie, survived. And, you know, that's why she went to this planet. She's happy here, I guess, for getting her past and just boozing her problems away, you know. And I guess since time works differently depending on what point in time you leave the Bifrost or whatever, Loki was on this world, and Loki was there for a longer time before Thor. Like, Thor just got there, and Loki's had enough time to establish himself as one of the Grandmaster's favorites or whatever. So they have to work together, they have to escape, and of course go back to Asgard and fight Hela. And yeah, what can I say? It was a very good movie. I just really liked it. I like the characters. I really like the interactions between Thor and Loki. I like interactions between Thor and Banner, and just him reacting to all this. He's like, he wakes up basically on an alien planet. He's on a fucking alien planet. Like, what the hell? I like the part where they gotta like fly the alien spaceship and stuff, and it's like, how do I fly this or whatever? And Thor's like, I don't know, use one of your PhDs. And he's like, well, none of them include flying an alien spacecraft and all that. So it's like a lot of funny stuff here. Now, like, I gotta say, like, two different things here. The first thing is, I don't know which one to go first. The first thing was, like, how serious the stakes were, because nowadays, a lot of people are talking about the stakes, whatever, that the DC movies are more serious, they're more, like, lasting consequences and stuff, as opposed to the Marvel movies where everything just turns out to be okay at the end. But, like, hell no. Hell no. I mean, first of all, tons of his Guardians die. The Warriors 3 die. And yeah, there's some complaints here and there that they didn't do much. They disappeared in the movie for a little bit and they got killed. I mean, basically their most appearances were just in the first Thor movie. They were there a bit in the second one, but here they just appeared to be cameos to die. To die against Hela. And yeah, they fucking destroy Asgard. Major spoiler, but they actually fucking destroy Asgard. There's no happy ending. There's no Thor hanging out with the guys eating a shawarma. It's like they destroyed Asgard. It's like that's irreversible. That's like holy shit, you know? And of course, Hela sliced Thor's eye out, like fucking shit, sliced his fucking eye out, man. And that, like, if you see, I guess it's a spoiler. If you see the new trailer for Avengers coming up, he still has his eye missing. That's not, I mean, I don't know, they might fix it later or something. But for the time being, Thor's missing an eye. Like, what the fuck? He's missing an eye. He's missing his hammer. He's missing his hair. He's like losing everything, you know? Like, just like holy shit, you know? Damn. Well, what else can I say? Now, another thing is like the comedy stuff. I don't know. What can I say? I love the comedy. It was a lot of fun, but it's so hard to say. It's hard to say because, like, maybe they put too much comedy, but I like the comedy, so it's hard to complain about the comedy because I like it, you know? Like, I don't know. Thor seems to be like a wisecracker. In his whole movie, he was talking in a wisecracking kind of tone. He was making fun of bad guys, monologuing. He was just like a smart ass throughout the whole movie. While in the other movies, I mean, yeah, he was kind of arrogant and stuff. He was more serious. He was arrogant. He spoke in that, you know, we're out style kind of manner of speaking. But here, he was like wisecracking and being a smart ass throughout most of the movie. I like the part where when it was the Hulk said, you don't like me, you like Banner. No, I like Banner. I hate Banner. I can't stand the guy. It's you I like. You're my friend. And then when he talks to Banner, Banner's like, oh, you don't need me. You need the Hulk. No, I like you. I don't like the Hulk. I hate that guy. Like, it was just like reversing it. It's just kind of funny. And of course, Loki gets all the good lines too. And what can I say? Like, one of the weird running gags of the movie was every time when something serious was happening or someone's going to say some kind of like dramatic speech, something funny, like some kind of slapstick comedy would happen. Like, they make a big reveal with the Grand Master is this goofy guy. I love the Grand Master. He was so fucking cheesy and over the top. But, you know, again, he's supposed to be scary. You see this guy, you know? And then there's a scene, Valkyrie's first scene, she just arrives in the spaceship and she's walking down like epic. She like drinks this booze or whatever, and she's walking down, like, you can already tell it's not someone to mess with. And then like, she fucking falls over the side because she's fucking drunk. And she's all, wait, hold on, like drunk. And it's like, on one side, it ruins the seriousness of like, oh shit, who's this badass girl coming down? But at the same time, it's funny though. It's funny. Like, I don't expect that. She's walking, and she just, like, I could just watch that scene over and over of her falling over the side while drunk. That's funny. And then like this other random scene where Thor was saying he's gonna risk his life and go back to Asgard, even though he probably can't beat Hela, but he has to go and whatever, because that's what heroes do. It's like while he's saying that, he's trying to bounce this ball against like this window, I guess, to shatter it, but the window's so thick, the ball bounces back and smacks him in the face. So like right before he says that's what heroes do, kabam, and then he gets up. So yeah, it's weird. Like maybe that scene I could have done without, but I do like the scene of Valkyrie falling over. That was priceless. That was unexpected. That was like fucking priceless. But yeah, what can I say? I just like the movie though. I like the comedy. Maybe that scene, that scene of Thor bopping his face with the ball, we could have probably done without that one. But I do like the Valkyrie scene. I know I'm being repetitive, but yeah, overall I like the movie. I like Hela. She was very badass. I like her presence. I like how she's a badass spider. She could throw blades out. She's kind of sort of wisecracking, not too much, but kind of. And okay, one scene with her that was kind of funny too, and honestly, I mean, I would keep that scene because it was funny. She monologues a lot about her past because basically she was Odin's firstborn, and apparently Odin was very bloodthirsty back in the day. So him and Hela would go around like conquering the 9 realms or whatever before I guess he decided to be a good guy and he locked Hela away. And so Hela explained with great detail, I'm like their firstborn, I'm the rightful heir of Asgard, and then blah 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 blah. And then after she makes her big speech explaining who she is, the heroes, the other Asgardians are all like I know not who you are, but we will not surrender to you, whatever. And she's like really, you know not who I am after I explained the whole thing, whatever. Like that part was funny. That part was funny. That part was the part that I want to keep. I wouldn't mind keeping in the movie. But why am I'm talking like I'm like the editor or something. But anyways, it was a good movie. I like the characters. I like the fighting and the action. People complain about no Jane Foster and no Lady Sif. Now, on one side, Jane Foster, really, they were on Earth for so short of a time. They went there real fast. They were looking for Odin. They were looking for Jane. I mean, I can kind of excuse that, okay? They were looking for Odin. They ran into Doctor Strange. I mean, you know. Lady Sif, I don't know, because the thing is, Lady Sif would have probably died if she tried to fight against Hela. I mean, maybe they would have given her like a real cool fight scene or something, but yeah, she would have died. She would have died. I see no reason why Hela would want to keep her alive or anything like that. That other Asgardian, I think his name was Scourge, was you know, kissing ass and trying to be like her #1 lieutenant or something just to save his own ass. Like, he wasn't really evil. He was just doing what he had to do to stay alive, you know? I don't see Lady Sif groveling or begging for mercy. She would fight till she dies. And I don't see Hela taking prisoners. Hela would have killed her. So it's kind of good that Lady Sif was not in the movie. My only excuse is that since she keeps appearing on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., maybe she was on Earth helping Coulson during this, or I don't know. But the bottom line, I don't know. Like, it would have been, I mean, yeah, you do want to see Lady Sif there, but I do not want to see her die against Hela, though. I don't know. I don't know. Like, how would have that worked if she was in it? I don't know. But anyways, guys, that's Mark Rodriguez here. That's my overall thoughts and review of the movie. Overall, I liked it. I liked the movie. Only thing I could say, maybe, I don't know, just that one scene of the ball bouncing on Thor's face. Maybe that was a little bit too much humor, like, whatever. But I liked it. I liked the humor. I liked the movie. I liked the fighting. I liked the action. I liked, also how Thor had to look into himself because, like, the hammer does not make you the god of thunder. He had to look into himself to find out his true strength to save the day. Which is kind of cool because in the comic books, it's kind of like that. When Thor lost the hammer and he became unworthy and all that stuff, he still had to look into himself to continue to fight and still be a badass hero and save others even without the hammer. So it kind of goes with those themes too. And I do wonder, what are they going to do with that though? How do you recreate the hammer in the comics? has the hammer ever been destroyed, and how did they recreate it? Like that's one thing. Because maybe in Avengers 3 or 4 or one of those other movies or whatever, because I don't know if Thor's gonna have a fourth movie or not, but maybe somewhere in there Thor's gonna get his hammer back. But I don't know how it works in the comics. I don't know. I'm sure that throughout all his history, he must have had the hammer destroyed at one point or another. So I don't know how that works. But anyways, guys, Mark Rodriguez here, and we'll see you next time.